What's up, MFers, and welcome to Tejas. I decided to drive yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys saw the video, but I was gonna fish in Missouri, but it's gonna be ultra cold. So I was like, screw it, I'll drive 7 more hours to Texas. Picked up my new sexy slaunch catching mobile rig back there. Oh my god, it's the Maiden freaking Voyage. I'm so excited. Don't forget, you guys got a comment, let me know what I should name that beautiful black beast. But yeah, here I am in Texas. It's a lake I've fished before. It's one of my favorites to fish in this state. Sun's not quite up yet, as you can see. It is only 26 degrees. So if you guys are familiar with bass fishing in Texas, you know there are Florida strain bass. And if you're familiar with Florida strain bass, you know that they do not like the cold. They get really grumpy. But this is a power plant lake, hence the steam rolling off the water right back behind me. So the water stays quite a bit warmer in this lake. That's why I'm here. A little bit safer, a little bit easier to catch them. And there's freaking giants in here that like to eat the big old nasty swimming baits. Mostly shallow grass style fishing, maybe even fish where the warm water's coming in. I don't freaking know. Let's go break down this sexy body of water and enjoy the new slaunch catching rig. Let's go. Oh man, MFers, I am freaking jacked about this new boat. So we're starting way up on one end of the lake where I've caught on the past, but I don't know if you can see up there, there's a big grass mat all around here. So we're gonna try to get on the edge of the grass mat. Generally in the past, that's been what did the trick. We got big swim baits tied up. We got all sorts of moving baits tied up. I think I'm gonna start with the old swimming jig, but Mr. Depth slide swimmer is gonna be coming out real quick like. Yep. Oh, good God, these fish are so mean down here in the Tejas. I forget about it. Hooked up a little 6-cent swimming jig because they didn't want Mr. Swimming bot, and that's a tank. This might be my first open water bass of the year, and we'll freaking take them, MFers. Papa, yeah, bud. Little 4-pounder to get the day started on the old 6 cents swimming jog. Yeah, I think I will. 4.5 maybe. Well guys, as you can see, we got the hydrillas down here in the water. Maybe you guys can't see, a little bit of a shadow, but yeah, hopefully you can. I'm just fishing the edge of it, and this guy freaking clocked it. But yeah, let's get this big beautiful beast back in the water. Super sick, great way to start. All right, so that guy was definitely on this grass line right here. Problem is it's actually really tough to see the grass line because the sun's not up very high and a lot of it's not quite topped out. So I think I'm just gonna go where I can see the grass on top and cast out into nothing, because it goes from like 10 feet and then like a straight wall up to freaking up to the grass that's on top. It's really tough to see exactly where that starts and where that ends. I just dropped a waypoint, so at least we know right where that fish came from and we can make some similar casts. But that's a hell of a way to start. That's my first open water bass of 2019, and I'm jacked. I'm excited, I'm not gonna lie. It was an otter eating a bass. Huh. Well, there was a bass on a bed right there, a little male. Little 2-pound guy. Maybe we'll keep our eyes open for beds now that the sun's getting a little bit higher. Didn't think I'd be doing bed fishing this week. Thought I was gonna be fishing 35-degree water in Missouri. Oh, That caught me totally off guard. A big one just freaking crushed the hinkle. Just didn't get the hook. Alright, MFers, so far not a very impressive day. It is already noon. We've been fishing for about 4 hours and we only have one good fish to show for it. And the cold front is starting to really have an effect on these Florida strain bass. It's still only in the mid-30s right now, so it's a chilly day and they are not reacting to anything. I was just about to stop throwing the big swim bait and all of a sudden I had that good bite on the Hinkle swim bait. This guy right here, this shiner pattern Hinkle. So that kind of gave me hope, maybe a false sense of hope that one will actually touch. I don't know if I freaking just like spooked him or hit him in the face with it or something. But as you can see back behind me, we've got a lot of matted grass, a lot of really good looking vegetation. And I think potentially those fish are buried up in there. So I think we're gonna switch other ends of the lake. We're way down by the intake. Right there is where the water goes into the spillway. You can see the stacks going back behind me right there. But I think we're gonna switch back to the other end of the lake, potentially find some more active fish. I think as the afternoon goes on, fish get a little bit more used to this these cold temperatures. I think the bite's gonna improve, but we're gonna keep on freaking working at them, see what happens. There we go. Oh, and he came off. That sucks. We need to catch some fish. It's only the second fish we've hooked. Ate the swim jig. He just barely was pecking it on the way in. I'm thinking about maybe putting on something like a Senko. Something real slow and flipping around those edges, because that guy was not very active. There we go. Whack and rig. The old whack and rig. Come here, you peckerhead. You're not big, but you know what? I'll take you today because apparently these Tahitian bass are not fans of a code front. Freaking got it too. Well, not a big guy, and he ate it deep, but that's the old rig, the Wacky rig Syncano. Thanks for playing, bud. Funny, I actually marked my waypoint right there is where I lost that last one, because I thought maybe, you know, there'd be some on the edge of the grass line. We're way out here. The grass is up there, and it kind of points and V's down. And over there is where I caught the big one this morning, where it kind of V's down. So I think maybe we're onto something. We need to stay out way back out far. We're in about 10 feet of water out off the edge of this grass. And yeah, we're gonna slow way the hell down and see if we can catch some. Yeah. Yep, that's a fish. The old whacking rig. Oh, he broke it off. That's about how today's been going, guys. That was a 2-pounder, and that's some shoddy line. Well, that was a big old nasty turd sack. I don't know what the hell happened. I think I just got old line on this reel, which is a stupid excuse. I'm not too happy about leaving the hook in the fish's mouth, but I mean, it's a little wacky rig hook. It'll probably pop out at some point. But yeah, I guess this is it's working out. I'm getting more bites anyways. Basically, all I'm doing here is just a weedless wacky hook. And then I'm not sure if you guys watched my underwater pool demonstration, but this Bass Pro Shop Sticko actually tested really, really well against like the Senko and some other more expensive baits. So it's like a watermelon, gold flake, black flake type color, wacky rig, throwing it in about 10 feet of water, grass hedges. I'm gonna keep doing that because they're eating it. Okay. Come on, fish, get out of there. Oh, it's not even a bad one. Look at that. Old Mr. Whack and Rig Eater. Come here, you little peckerhead. Okay. Okay. Another one that's not a mega giant, but I will freaking take that. He was living right up in this tree right here, and he chewed the old Whack and Rig. Hell yes. It's funny, I was actually just messaging Billy Lawson, your Lake Fork guy, because he's here. And I was like, dude, you catch any? It's freaking tough. Flipped into that tree, lifted up, and this guy. Yeah, bud. Well, it is tough, but I think we're definitely figuring something out with this Wacky rig. You know, usually you'd be throwing something super small this time of year up north if there was a cold front. But since we're in Texas and we're at a power plant lake, the water's like 63 degrees right now, which means they're probably done spawning because it was probably close to 70 before it was like 25 degrees this morning. So instead of throwing like a blade bait or a little tiny finesse type bait or something, this guy right here is the deal. And even though we got kind of a unique situation where we're fishing a power plant lake down south, we're freaking fishing for post spawners in January. This is something that you guys can use at home to catch them in the post spawn when you got cold fronts and bluebird skies. There's like no clouds today, barely any wind, big front just blew through, and this is about the best thing you can be throwing. I'm gonna flip more of these trees though. That was definitely a better quality one than the last couple we've had in the Wacky rigs, so maybe they're holding pretty tight. Just punched in there and came back with that. All right. Punching, huh? Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. Get out of there. Yeah, bud. I just put on a bigger punching weight because I couldn't get through with my 1 ouncer. Hey, we might have found a pattern. That was only the second time I've made it through this super thick, dense stuff, and okay. Yep. I mean, don't give me a damn flipping bite. I'll get a damn chub right in front of everyone here. Things could be happening, folks. Problem is, even with this 1.5 ounce guy right here, it is not easy to get through this stuff. But there's not very much of it. There's I don't know. Get out of there. Yes. Come here, bud. That's not a giant, but man, it feels good. I think these fish are up underneath this stuff because it is like so much freaking warmer than anywhere else around here, and they're eating. They want to eat for once today. This is the rig right here, guys. Nothing too crazy about it. 6 cents peg stopper, which peg stopper is absolutely huge. 6 cents tungsten weight. We got a straight shank flipping hook, and oh, you know, Mr. Old D-bomb, 65-pound braid. We cinch it down. This actually is just my my 6 cents flipping stick. 7.6 heavy, 7-to-1 gear ratio reel, but the 7.6 heavy, it's usually shorter than I like for punching. But I was planning on fishing Ozark lakes. Like, I had no idea I would be punching mats to catch my fish, but I'll take it. This is such a fun way to catch them. Even with 1.5 ounce weight, I'm having to freaking get it up nice and high, fall straight down, and then a lot of times, yeah, see, I didn't even make it through that time. Oh, and also, MFers, I've been waiting to say this for a very long time, but since we're on them and such, I suppose we'll actually drop the poles. There they go. Get out of there. That guy ate it after I dropped it back down. Fat little dude. Once again, not a giant, but hey, look at that guy. I think he's been eating some food underneath that mat. Yeah, that's why you punch mats. Not a giant, but well, guys, we're the first one on the water today and the last one off the water today. Now, while it was a tough bite, it was definitely a badass day once we figured out what the fish were doing. And that was with the super high pressure, the super big cold front with these Texas bass. They wanted something really, really small and finessey like that wacky rigged worm. And then a little bit later when the sun got up, they wanted to tuck in under the nastiest, thickest matted vegetation. And we caught them underneath there. So that was just an awesome day. Honestly, I think I like these days better when things don't go as planned. You have to figure it out. You have to break it down for yourself to figure out how you're going to catch the fish that day. And of course, it was also amazing to get out in the Maiden Voyage of the new boat. So don't forget to go comment down below. Let me know what you think the name of the new boat should be. And if you want to see that boat tour, Should be coming in the next couple days. I'm starting to get everything kind of rigged up and put where I need it to be so I can be the most efficient I can be on the water. Luckily, that boat is loaded with storage and features that I haven't even shown you guys yet that I love so freaking much. It was a long day, but I'm just totally jacked on life right now. If you like this video, if you like the travel vlogs, you want to see me go all the way around the country, figure out these lakes I've never seen before, then please comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And of course, if you like the bass fishing stuff, you like the ice fishing, you like any type of fishing, go subscribe to Milliken Fishing, because there'll be so many more different types of content coming up next. But I gotta get this guy in the trailer, go figure out a hotel, and then we're going to a badass lake tomorrow, one that has fish in the teens, I'm told. My gird! My PB is still a little, just a hair under 9 pounds, so goal is to bust that tomorrow. So you guys will have to check back, see if we did it. Hopefully we did, but thanks so much for watching this video, MFers. I'll catch you soon. I'm out of here. Peace.
I'm not sorry. I can't help this love like mine.
I'm not sorry. I can't stop with a love like mine.